Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ali. I hope you're all doing well and are staying safe. Today I want to share a Pandora haul with all of you, and as you can probably tell by this jewelry box, these boxes do contain some Game of Thrones charms in here. Now, Pandora did release part 2 of their collaboration with Game of Thrones, and they released a few more charms, and I think there is one or maybe two rings. I don't really remember, and I think there is an earring too. And so yeah, they did release a few more things, and I did pick up some of them. And so let me start with this box and see what I picked up in this one. And in here, you can see that I have two charms in here. Both are character charms. And yeah, let me take them out of the box. We'll look at them in more detail. This is the first one that I picked up. This is the White Walker charm, and this did come with this little tag attached to it. It's just a cardboard disc. It says Game of Thrones on here. It has the Iron Throne photograph at the background, and on the other side it just says Game of Thrones x Pandora, and it just has some copyright information on there. So let's take this off, and let me see. Yeah, so I've taken that off. Let me put this on a rod. And here is the White Walker charm, and this one is very, very well done. You can see that the whole charm has this translucent enamel on it. It's light blue, and you can see the silver from beneath, and it is really cool. I love how the enamel is done. The eyes on here have these darker blue CZs. They are this pear-shaped faceted CZs, and then his staff has another pear-shaped CZ, but this is more of a light blue, almost a teal color. So I love the different colors they did for the CZs, the different color for the staff and for the eyes. And then you can see some more detail on here. You can see he's wearing some kind of a necklace. His hand, one is holding the staff, the other one is kind of held open like he's trying to reanimate dead people like he does in the show. So that is really nice. This is the back, and it says Pandora S925 Aali, and then it has the HBO copyright on here, and then the blue enamel also runs to the back. And you can see the details on his head where he has these almost spikes on his head. And so they've made it really nice. They've kind of stuck with how they showed him on the show, and it is really, really cool. I love how they've done it, and my best thing that I like about this one is the enamel work on it. It is just so nice. I love the enamel work on this. So this is the Night Walker charm. This is the second charm that I picked up, and this one is Jon Snow. And I have to be honest, guys, when I first saw photos of this one, the stock photos, I wasn't too impressed by it because I didn't think it did Jon Snow any justice. But after seeing it in person, it's actually much more detailed, and I do like it. Not as much as the Night King charm, but this one is a close second, I feel, and again has a lot of details on this. Now you can see that his hair is black, and they've done this black enamel, but to show some texture in his hair, they've this silver, shiny silver detailing on the white enamel, which I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I wish they had done like lighter and darker black and kind of gray enamel to bring out that texture, kind of like that translucent enamel they have on the Night King. But I think I'll get used to it. Then he is holding the sword in his hand, and you can see that the pommel of the sword, they have tried to make it into a bear, which is what was it, a bear or was it a lion? I'm trying to think. I think it was a bear, and so it does have that on the pommel, so I do appreciate that detail on there. You see him wearing his fur cloak, and you can see the fur and then the leather straps on his uniform. There is some black enamel on his dress. It's kind of hard to see, but beneath that, there's kind of the scaly outfit that he's wearing, and it has some black enamel on it. His eyes and his eyebrows and his mouth are oxidized, so they're not, they don't have CZs or enamel on the eyes or the nose, which I think I would have preferred some enamel in the eyes. He does have a scar on one of his eyes and his eyebrows, so you can see that. This is the back. You can see the fur of his cloak around the neck, and then again it has the hallmarks, Pandora, S925 ALE, and copyright HBO. And here are the feet. And so it is a very detailed charm. I do love the details. Is it missing some enamel work? I think so, especially for the eyes, but I do think once it oxidizes a little bit more, it will be better. It is still oxidized. It's not like some of the charms that Pandora does, whereas there's hardly any oxidation and you can't really make out features. In this you can, so I'll give them that. One of my favorite characters from the show, so I just had to get him. Now let's look at this box and see what else I picked up. And in here, you see that I have 2 more charms. So let me quickly take them out of the box. This is the dragon charm, and this is just the head of the dragon. You can see that for the eyes, it has these red CZs, and in the mouth, his mouth is open wide, and you see another big red CZ in there, which just signifies the fire that he's breathing. And I think that is really, really cool. I love the detail on his teeth. You can see all the teeth on there. He has scales on his head, which are really detailed, kind of smaller in the front and bigger in the back. This is the bottom. Again, you have the hallmarks over there, and then there's a little cutout, almost looks like a dragon paw. And so yeah, this is the 3rd charm that they came out with this release. And I do like it. I don't know if I wish it was a complete dragon. I think I do, but I like the use of the CZs. I like that they've depicted the fire in his mouth, and I do wish they had done like maybe different colored CZs for the eyes and the fire in his mouth like they did on the Night King, like that differentiation. But they decided to go with the same CZ, which is fine. I just wish there was a tiny bit of, distinction in between the eyes. Maybe the eyes were just black, or maybe the eyes were orange and the CZ was more red. And then there's one more charm that I picked out, and this one is from the previous release, the first one, the first Game of Thrones release that Pandora did. And this is the Daenerys character charm. And again, you see the details on her. The eyes and the mouth and the eyebrows are all oxidized. There's no enamel work on there. Her hair is what drew me to this charm. They have done her hair like in the show. You can see the braids on the top of her head, and if you turn the charm around, you can see the braids going back, really detailed, kind of the same way they did her hair on the show is what they have done on the charm. And then I love this little dragon on her back. It is so cute. So the dragon is mid-flight. He's kind of hovering behind her. Its wings are furled, and you can see the side profile of his face. And I think that is a really cool detail. I love the dragon on her back. On the front, you can see there's some enamel work on her dress. You have this kind of reddish maroon enamel on her dress. And then there's that chain that she wears over her dress going across her chest. And yeah, it's a beautifully detailed charm. This one, as I said, is from the previous release that they did. I still have some more charms that I want to get from that release, and maybe one more from the new one. And then I'm hoping that they do more charms, because there's so much more they can do. I want to see more houses represented in charms, not just the Starks and the Targaryens. And this is what I have from the previous release. So I did get the bracelet and the Muranos, the dragon egg, and the Iron Throne charm. If you remember my last video where I hauled this bracelet, I was trying to put charms on here and the charm, the Murano, got stuck on it. And so I did go back to the store. I told them what happened. I didn't even try and take the Murano off, but they were able to exchange the bracelet out for me. There was something faulty with the bracelet, so we double checked this one and it was fine. And so I did get a new bracelet, and I really do love this. And so let me quickly put these charms on here and show you what I'm thinking of doing with this design. And if you remember, I recently hauled these 14 karat gold plated studded clips, and I did intend to use these clips on this bracelet design. And the reason I picked up the gold plated ones is because the clasp of the bracelet does have this dragon and 14 karat gold plating, and so I did think it would, you know, kind of complement that. And so that's why I went with this one. And the chain on this is studded and the clips are studded. So yeah, let me put this all together and then I'll show them to you. So this is what I have for now, and this is definitely a work in progress. I still have some charms that I want to get. I do want to get a safety chain, and it has to be one of those clip safety chains because there's no threading on the ends of this bracelet. And so you can see that on one side I have the dragon head and the dragon egg charm. Then I have the studded clip on here, one of the Muranos. Then I have Daenerys, the Iron Throne, and Jon Snow. Then I have the other Murano, the other studded clip, and then I have the Night King. I do want them to do another dragon head, but with you know, with blue stones instead of the red ones. And those of you who've watched the show would know why I want that, because I would love to see that represented as well. And then the clasp itself has the dire wolf on one side and then the dragons on the other. And so yeah, this is what I have so far. If you have any recommendations for any other charms that would work well on this design, do let me know. They don't have to be Game of Thrones. They could be anything that Pandora has made. I would prefer that those charms are still available because the older ones are so hard to find. But still, leave your recommendations down in the comments section and let me know what you think would work well with this design and would have some meaning to this design. And so yeah, that is my Game of Thrones haul and my bracelets so far. I really do love how this one is turning out, and I'm hoping that they do more charms in this collection in the future. And I do hope that maybe they come out with a safety chain. I would love that. Or maybe if they did a safety chain with just this these studded clips as the bails and then just a regular chain like a box chain or something, I would love that, because this bracelet does not have threading, so it has to be a clip safety chain, and these clips are so low profile. I think they'll work well as a safety chain as well. So I hope that Pandora does something like that, something similar, or maybe this. Hopefully we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, and I'll see you in my next one. Stay safe, guys. Bye.